Hello, friends, and welcome to another great edition of WOD right here on the Boom Broadcasting. Mainly, we will be making Slammiversary picks on WOD today with the great big pay-per-view on Sunday night, on Sunday night. We're going to do that in a different episode, more on a real version. It's going to be like a 5-minute quick big. Oh man, it sounds like the grit and grind. Right here with my picks and predictions for Slammiversary for the TNA Premium Live event on Sunday. But over the next couple of weeks on WOD, I'm going to be shifting and doing something different because this is going to take a while. It's going to take a few weeks because we're going to have some interruptions, some bumps throughout this series because we're going to have some more predictions we're going to have to do with some other things we're going to have to do that's going to be able to hold me back and stop me and slow me down. But what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks on WOD is I'm going to sit right here in this chair. I wish I had my headset, but it's in my bag for when I do call football games. I'm going to have on my headset, and I'm going to say I'm Paul Levesque, Triple H, and I'm Tony Khan of AEW, and I'm going to tell you in my personal point of view, in my peripheral vision, who I think should stay, who should go, and who we make and say, let's write them down on the list, and if we got to make some final cuts at the end, either we'll cut them or we'll keep them. This is Shawn, this is WOD, and today we're going to look at who we would keep and who we would cut right here on WOD. We'll see you right after the intro. Friends, Boom Broadcast the boys. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe, and hit that theme music. Welcome back, friends, right here on WOD. It's no way we could do the entire roster of AEW and WWE all in one episode. So that's why we said we're going to be spreading this out through a series of a couple of shows, and we're going to have some interruptions because we got some predictions with SummerSlam right around the corner, TNA Slammiversary on Sunday night. So we're only going to take it a little bit at a time. You know what we say, Rome was not built in one day. You can't eat an elephant all in one bite. You have to take small bites at a time. And so that's what we're going to do on the WOD's edition of Keep 'em or Release 'em right here. So we're going to start off with the champs. I thought the easiest way is just to do the champs first episode. Then we'll go through maybe A through D on both rosters. And then we'll continue on as we progress till we get all the way to the alphabet letter Z on the rosters. So, starting with AEW. The AEW Heavyweight Champion, Hangman Adam Page. Would I keep him or would I release him? If I'm Tony Khan and he gave me a pen and he said, make this decision, here's the phone, make the call to which you want to do. Do you want to keep or release him? You know what I'm doing, Hangman Adam Page? I'm calling up and said, Hangman, can I have you for 3 more years? Whether you like Adam Page or you don't like Adam Page, he is a good wrestler. He can tell good stories. Now, that death match with him and Mox, you guys know me. I watched the hardcore wrestling, grew up in the ECW era. But some of the stuff that Mox do, it cringes me and makes me say, oh. I went back and watched that match. That was great storytelling on Mox and Hangman. Hangman did exactly what he was supposed to do as the babyface to conquer the evil heel that we couldn't get over. Like I said, regardless if you like Hangman or not, if I'm Tony Khan, I am keeping Hangman. So that's one right there that I'm picking to keep and sign for another year. Hop over to WWE. We're going to go back and forth because we're doing champs. The undisputed WWE champion, John Cena. This is a no-brainer. We're going to release Cena. We're going to let him go. Only reason why is because Cena told me on January 1st, 2025, when I called him up on the trusty phone, that, hey, this is the last year. Why sign me? Now, if Cena would have never made that phone call to me and let me know that this was the last year, the last run, you won't be able to see me no more, then I would keep John Cena on the Legends deal because he's John Cena. He's always going to bring a crowd, just like The Rock. When you advertise The Rock, when you advertise a John Cena, ticket sales drive up. So I'm releasing John now, hoping that after he goes back in the film a few more movies, he decides to call me up and say, hey, let's do a Legends deal where I come in maybe 2 shows a year, something like that. So, Cena, I got to let you go, not because of who you are, because you were gracious enough to let me know this is it. This is the final run. Hey, plug for Cena too. Amazon Prime. This is not It Stinks. But if you get a chance to go watch Head of State with him and Idris Everest, that is a great, great movie. Highly recommended. John Cena really, really stepped up his acting game for that one right there. Arguably could be one of the best John Cena movies I've seen far as acting wise. So we're going to jump back over. The AEW Unified Continental International Champ, my boy Okada. You know how I feel about Okada. Was him and Kenny's match at AEW All In good? Kenny brought the best out of him. But if I'm Tony Khan and I got the pin in my hand, I'm giving Okada a call and saying, hey, Okada, I wish you the best in your future endeavors. Thank you for your time in AEW, but we got to move on. I'm sending Okada down the road. We're going to get some heat. Get in the comment box. If you think I'm wrong, tell me why I'm wrong in the comment box. Tell me why I'm wrong. But Okada's up in age. He's a shell of what he used to be. Yes, I'll say it again. Had an outstanding match against Kenny at All In, but you're not getting that night in, night out with Okada. I'm sending Okada back to Japan, letting him finish out his career in New Japan and retire in New Japan. Now back to WWE. The World Heavyweight Champion, none other than the Ring General, Gunther. I'm calling Gunther right now. Hey, you don't even got to think about this. Triple H, I'm calling Gunther and saying, hey, Gunther, what do you need? Five-star restaurants accommodation, 5-star hotel accommodations, a personal Uber or Lyft driver to pick you up when you fly in, first class, steak dinner on first class, whatever you need, Gunther. I'm keeping you. And not only am I keeping you, I'm signing you for 5 more years because you are my future top heel. You're the guy that in 5 more years, when I really got to repackage and rebrand, you're the guy rebranding to continue this dominance as a heel champ. You got the tools, the in-ring personality, the in-ring wrestling ability, the promo skills. You check all the boxes. You come with all the bells and whistles. You are the fully loaded car off the lot, and that's why I'm keeping you. Now let's go over to the women. The AEW Women's World Champ. Timeless Tony Storm. Just like with Gunther, you guys know I'm a timeless Tony Storm guy. But I'm taking my personal feelings out of this and I'm looking at it from the wrestling sense. If timeless Tony Storm was on the WWE roster and was the NXT Women's Champ, the World Heavyweight Women's Champ, or the WWE Women's Champ, probably would release her from what she did in WWE just off her WWE run. But as I always say, certain gimmicks and characters are meant to get over in other places. So Thomas Tony Storm stays on AEW, and she, just like Gunther and Hangman Adam Page, gets that phone call with additional time added because I feel like her character at AEW, it grows with age and it will never ever fold. She has an aura about her that you just cannot script it. Like I said, if she was the WWE Women's Champ, and all for what she did in WWE because they did not give her a platform or spotlight, probably would let her go. But AEW, I'd be a fool if Tony Khan told me to release her because I would be calling Tony Khan and said, what the hell are we doing, man? This is our cream of the cream, our cream of the crop. The timeless one stays. Now, over to WWE, the women's world champion proceed with caution Naomi. Arguably, Naomi stays for another year. I said it best. She's doing her best work as a heel. This is her best run. She stays another year because she's somebody as a heel champ. I can keep the title on her to one, I'm ready to drop it and have Bianca or Rhea or Io go back over to win the title. Or B, I'm going to polish Jade up a little bit more. So when I finally give Jade the title, she's ready and primed to go. So Naomi has to stay around because she can play that facilitator role as the coach of the ring with younger talent. So Naomi definitely stays for another year on my roster. Now, the TBS champion AEW, the CEO, once again, just like Timeless Tony Storm, just like Gunther, I love myself some Mercedes Moné. And I know she gets a lot of heat. I know she gets a lot she's over pushed to the moon. But if you go back to my prediction show last week, I said she would lose to Timeless Tony Storm and put over Timeless Tony Storm as the AEW Superior Woman in AEW. So what do I do? You're going to get some heat on this. I'm going to get some very, very rude comments in the comment box. The CEO stays in AEW as my TBS champ. She stays. I need star power. I don't have that much star power in AEW. She's my star power. She stays because she's a household brand name that can main event shows and carry me when I don't want to bring in Hangman. When I don't want to bring in Mox, she can carry me. Now, has she kind of slipped on the promos? Yes. But we can work on that and polish that up. Mercedes Moné stays for an additional year. Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's Champ. Here we go. This is where I give the boot. I like Tiffany. Tiffany's a good competitor, but I don't see her as a long-term person in my promotion, especially if I got to make cuts. And I'm not going to say I'm giving her the boot right now. I'm going to write Tiffany down on my pad. I told you it was going to be some people we got to come back, and we may have to hold them and say if there's a spot, we can keep them. But if there's not a spot, I got to let them go. I'm going to put a blue star by her name because she may work her way back on the roster, but just right now, I don't feel like I need her, even though she's the future. I feel like it's still some other women there that I can build around. Now, to my WWE Intercontinental Champ, Dirty Dom. It ain't nothing to talk about. Not because he's a Mysterio, not because he's a Guerrero. Well, he's a Guerrero with the Mysterio name. Let me reverse that. But Dirty Dom knows how to get heat. He knows how to just aggravate fans. Any good promotion just needs a great heel that you can just do like mouthing off when Mike did at the WrestleMania weekend. Take that chair, just whack that guy side the head. Dirty Dom definitely stays on my roster. Now, we head back over to AEW. The AEW Tag Team Champs. The Hurt Syndicate. Oh, yeah, we hurt people. We hurt people. Just hurt somebody. And with that motto, why would I want to release Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, arguably the greatest tag team right now in AEW, besides my boy FTR, but arguably the Hurt Syndicate is putting in work. The Hurt Syndicate must stay. And I'm telling Bobby and Shelton, 3 more years, and Shelton and Bobby, I need to bring in a third guy. I can't get Cedric. He just signed to TNA. Help me find an extra body because I want to get this tag belt off Bobby. Even though MJF's going after the AEW World Championship, I want to get Bobby in a singles run for a singles title. So I'm asking you to find me one person. It's got to be somebody out there you can find me to fit the Hurt Syndicate to work with you, MJF, and MVP in this. Hurt Syndicate definitely stays. Now, the U.S. champ in WWE, Solo Sikoa. Now, people are going to say you put Tiffany on the I don't know list, but now we're at Solo. Solo stays on my list. Solo probably is released on a lot of people's list. He stays on mine, and you know why he stays? Solo can draw heat. Solo's in-ring presence has gotten better. Now, Saturday night main event, him and Big Jim, yeah, that match was kind of a stinker. Was not one of Solo bestest matches. I still keep saying, as much as I like Big Jim may just be a good tag wrestler, not a good singles guy. And I think he's not going to break away like Solo Jay did. You know, Solo never was a tag guy. Jay was a tag guy. I don't think Big Jim's going to break away there. So I want to say that match just didn't cook because both of them just didn't have good chemistry. But Solo is a good mid-card heel. He's a leader of a faction. He's somebody I can work with. Solo stays on my roster. How many champs does WWE have? We haven't even gotten to the halfway margin. So now I'm at the TNT champ, the all natural Dustin Rhodes, who not only is the TNT champ, he's the Ring of Honor tag champ with Sammy Guevara, and he is the Ring of Honor triple tag champ with Devon Harris and him as the Sons of Texas. All that little connection right there. Dustin, much as I like Dustin, really like Dustin, you need good old school veteran leadership on your roster. But I moved Dustin out of in-ring competition and I moved Dustin to more of a backstage producer role, helping get young guys over, helping write matches, helping to teach guys how to work promos. I moved him off my active wrestling roster and moved him more to that backstage. So Dustin doesn't get the boot. Dustin just gets pulled back in a role where I can use him more. And if I sporadically need him for a match to get heat, to go out there and take a finisher, I can do that with Dustin. He wouldn't mind that. If there's a young heel, a MJF, or anybody who needs some quick heat, I can have Dustin as a producer or an authority figure on the show as a general manager and have Dustin get that heat off of that guy by having an MJF hit him with his finisher, hit him with a power driver, anything to draw heat. I moved Dustin from in-ring competition and make him put the suit on and become a backstage guy. Now, the AEW World Trios Champions, the Ops, Samoa Joe, Big Hobbs. God, I forgot the other guy's name just that quick. It's on the tip of my tongue. I keep all three of them. Hobbs, I like Powerhouse Hobbs. I think you got something with him. Joe is going to kill you. I would not release Joe. Yes, Joe is on the back nine of his career, but Joe is still somebody I can trust. He can be a babyface when I need him to be one. He can be a monster heel when I need to be one. He's somebody, if I put him in the ring with a younger talent, he can coach that talent. Just like I said with Naomi. That's what Joe can do. Joe definitely stays on the roster. Now, we're going to go WWE strong now because we are definitely in the trenches with WWE. The Women's Intercontinental Champ, Becky Lynch, the man. This one is hard. This is the one you're going to get a lot of heat on. I keep Becky. As much as I talk about her, yes, she's getting up in age, but I keep Becky for a 1-year deal. In that mid card, I don't think Becky has any desires to get back into the heavyweight, the main title card. I think she likes this little mid card run. I keep Becky in a year to be that mid card to get other people over. As when they win the mid card title, that's the next time to get them to the next level. Becky stays for a year. Julia. I'm keeping Julia. I know a lot of people don't like her work, Julia work. They don't like it, but I like her work. Now there's some things I can clean up with her, but I definitely keep her on the roster. The Speed Champ. She's the Women U.S. title. The Speed Champ, El Grande Americano. I get, much as I like El Grande Americano now, this is crazy. Much as I like him, I really like him. I think WWE really pushes the envelope with this character. I drop El Grande Americano, but I give that time to Chad Gable, who is El Grande Americano. I think Chad Gable deserves a true singles title run as Chad Gable, not the guy in the mask named El Grande Americano. The WWE Women's Speed Champ, Soruka. You heard me say this. A lot of people would get rid of Soruka because she does a lot of flips. But that Soul Snatcher Stunner is a work of art. Soruka is somebody as a babyface I can build around. I can build a roster around her. Yes, she's young. Yes, she's green. It's a lot I got to do with Soruka, but I can build around her and make her something. Soruka stays. I know on a lot of people's charts, she's gone. On my personal chart, Soruka stays on my roster. The WWE Monday Night World Heavyweight Tag Champs, Finn Balor and JD McDonough. I keep both of them. I got to keep Balor. And McDonald's the package deal for keeping Balor. I gotta keep him. Bad as and I like JD because every faction needs somebody that will put people over to when the faction needs to lose. That was JD's job. But JD has become a better in-ring competitor. JD stays and Balor stays because I need Balor. Worst thing I need Balor doing is leaving, calling Tony Khan up, and heading to AEW to finish out his career. I keep both of them on my roster. The WWE Tag Champs, the Wyatt Six. You gotta have the Wyatt Six. Paying homage to Bray. Everything Uncle Howdy has done for his brother, Bo, that's his brother. Gotta keep the Wyatt Six. Nothing more you can say. It is the feel good moment to keep us remembrance of Bray Wyatt in WWE. Wyatt Six has to stay. WWE Women's Tag Champs. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, the prodigy. Oh, I keep them. Man, you know your boy. Loves himself some Roxanne the Prodigy Perez. You know your boy. Loves himself some Raquel Rodriguez when she was with Liv Morgan. I got to keep them. I know a lot of people say Raquel can go keep the Prodigy. I'm keeping both of them because their tag work. You can tell two ladies who on their days off are down at the PC getting in sync with their fluence with their tag work. Their tag work in that match on last week of Evolution was impeccable. These two ladies look good together. They look in sync. Now, is it in sync like Raquel and Liv? No. But are we getting there? You better believe we're getting there. I'm keeping both of them, and I know we're getting some heat in the chat box right now, but they gotta stay. My NXT champs, the ruler, Oba Fenmi. I'm keeping Oba. Why would I get rid of my next big thing on the main roster? Oba stays all the way. He is my next big prodigy on the main roster. JC Jane. I'm keeping JC Jane. I like her work. The other two girls, we'll talk about them later on as we start breaking down people on the roster. But I'm keeping JC Jane. I need JC Jane. She's my future. She's my NXT champ. NXT North American champ. This is hard because I like Ethan Page. I think Ethan Page's run in NXT is better than what we've seen over there at AEW and other corporation promotions he were in. Ethan Page just has something. I know a lot of people say you're keeping a lot of people right now. So that means a lot of people I'm going to have to release on the main roster. But I'm keeping Ethan Page because I need that snarky heel to help me out when ratings get low. So Ruka, the NXT North American champ, we already said we're keeping her, so she stays. Hank and Tank, NXT tag champ. I don't know Hank. I don't give a damn about Tank. They got to go. I think they're a good tag team. I had to say something fun to make everybody laugh to break it up. I think they are a great tag team. Great tag team. I watch on NXT every Tuesday night. They really have something. But when you start looking at Hank and Tank, and then I'm looking at JD McDonough and Finn Balor, and then I'm looking at the Wyatt Six, and then I'm looking at the Hurt Syndicate AEW, Hank and Tank just does not fit in that equation. Sorry, Hank. Sorry, Tank. I gotta let you go. NXT Heritage Cup, Stacks. Why would I release Stacks? Stacks can go. He's in a great feud with the Don, Tony D'Angelo. Stacks looks good in the ring. Stacks is a good wrestler. He has a good look. He has good promo skills. He can be a heel now. We're seeing that. I would not release Stacks, so Stacks stays. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, one more person, Athena in Ring of Honor, the Ring of Honor Women's Champ. I'm definitely keeping Athena, and I moved her over to AEW. And right now, we're starting to see a little transition of her coming that way. She's the only one for Ring of Honor I'm going to mention. So that's it. Those are the champs right there in WWE and AEW. You heard my list of who I'm keeping and who I'm giving the boot. And who's staying on that not so naughty, not so nice, but just in the middle. And if I got one more spot, can slide back on the roster. That's my list. We're going to be doing this all throughout the summer. We're going to take it a little bit at a time. A lot of champs in WWE, so that's why it took so long. But this is your boy Shawn. This is WOD. Stay tuned today. We got more programming coming up. And if you have not had a chance to go back and watch all the old programming, go check out Dad and the Boys. Go check out Quick Hits. Go check out Three from Deep. Go check out the Nightcaps. Go check out Dugout the Brief and everything else we got right here on Boom Broadcasting. Go check it out on the channel. Stay tuned. We got another show coming up in a little while. This is your boy Shawn. I'll see you on WOD next week.